This is the only, if it wasn't for the Christmas shit, I wouldn't fucking work. This is the only time of the year that I fucking work. It pisses me off. It's like, I'm glad to have it, knock on wood, but motherfucker, it's like...
And if that's how it feels, then you know it takes one night dancing in love to know a lifetime's never enough.
Because it's iconic, and I love to do iconic shit.
Your lips were soft like winter. In your passion, I was lost.
I'm in love. I'm obsessed. And I don't even feel guilty about it.
Patchwork crochet blanket update. I have officially finished making all of the squares. I did this over the span of many months. Here they are in stacks, all of the colors. I laid them all out on the floor in the pattern I want. Now I just have to join them all together. Crochet is considered a grandma type hobby, but I've never felt more like a grandma in my life than while sewing these squares together. It's aging me like 50 years. The way I'm joining them is by sewing the left and right sides together first, then once I have them all joined vertically, I'll go back and crochet them together horizontally. Then I just need to put a border around it and it'll be done!
Here are all of the accessories that I crocheted this year. First are these duck gloves, then I also have this pumpkin bucket hat that I wore this fall. I also made this fall colored bucket hat as well, and then this beanie that I'm going to be giving as a gift. And then I also made this hood at the beginning of the year. I want to make another version of this though. And then I also made a bag using the leftover yarn from this sweater vest. I made a bunch of earrings, so here those all are. I made a bunch of little amigurumis as well. And yeah, and then I also sold a bunch of these scarves. So that's everything that I made.
This year for Christmas, my mom hand crocheted this Ivy doll for me after I got a whole new chest this year and had to start doing you-know-what in order to pay rent. She is so loving and accepting of me that she really sees me for who I am. But this is not the only doll that she has hand crocheted for me. She's also done a couple other ones, including this beautiful pink axolotl. I love this one so much. It doesn't have any really particular meaning behind it, but it just feels so nice to hold, and it carries so much love from her, and that means a lot to me. But she's also done some other interesting figures, like this. Guess what this is? This, believe it or not, is Taylor Swift in her blue dress at the opening weekend of her movie last year. I was a huge Swiftie last year. I still love her music. I don't listen to it nonstop all day, every day anymore, but at the time, I was really into her. And the fact that Taylor Swift was at the Grove, and then I saw her movie the next day at the Grove, that was a big deal. And my mom could tell it was a big deal for me, and so she made this little memento for me that looks just like Taylor Swift did on that day. It's kind of a artist rendition, but I think it's still beautiful. And lastly, she also made this pair of dolls. I love these My Melody and Kuromi dolls. And not only these two, she actually made a duplicate pair and gave them to my best friend who, frankly, I am My Melody and she is Kuromi, and together, my mom just cares about me so much, and she really shows it in such tangible ways, and I love her so much.
everyone. I decided I wanted to learn how to crochet, so I bought this Busy Bee kit from the Woobles. Alright, so let's go through the main kit. It comes with stuffing, yarn, a pre-started piece, and video instructions. If you scan that QR code, it will bring you to all my instructions as well as this cute crochet hook. I also received this cute tin, the yarn needle, and our stitch markers, as well as the little eyes. Personally, I love it. Here's my bee so far. Leave some feedback in the comments.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love.
Then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you.
Just say a little prayer, get your money, man. Life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it.
Hey y'all, this is Christmas Crochet, where I make my Christmas gifts for my family and friends. So this first gift was a sweater. She just requested green and I got started on that. It wasn't too hard. I just had an issue with guesstimating the amount of yarn I would need. So I did run out of yarn mid-project and I had to stop and go to Hobby Lobby. I just exchanged the colors that I had. I had too many of one color because I was going for a different design at first. So once I figured out what I was doing, I had to get that dealt with. As soon as I finished that, I got back home and got started on the sweater, and I actually finished up pretty quickly. So I just had to connect all the pieces and block the sweater, and that was pretty much it. Right now I'm currently waiting on it to finish drying so that I'm able to pack it and wrap it up. But I will show y'all that in part 2, the final product of the sweater. But right now I gotta get back to crocheting. I hope y'all have a great holiday. See y'all in the next video.
I don't have any hobbies, actually. This isn't a hobby. This consumes my entire life. A hobby is something you do on the side. This is not a side.
Oh, you are both. Oh my. Oh wow.
I started with a magic circle, and for my first row I want to make sure that I do a total of 10 double crochets. Then for my second row I'm going to be doing increases into each one of the stitches, meaning 2 double crochets per stitch all the way to the end, and I'm going to finish with 20 double crochets. For your next row you're going to be doing 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So you're repeating 1 and 2 all the way around until the end of the row. Now we're going to be adding the top of the ornament. So we're going to be attaching your new color and then chaining 1 and doing 5 single crochets to attach it to the body of the ornament. Afterwards, I did 3 rows of chaining 1 and 1 single crochet into each one of the stitches to give it some height. Then we add the string, finish off with some slip stitches. If you want to learn how to make this, I have a detailed tutorial of it on my YouTube channel. And voila!
Quando eu olho no espelho, tô gostando do que eu vejo, tô gostando mais.
Back in Gucci with the shit to rock. Back in Slick Rick got the shit to pop. I do anything to say I got it.
I want to make a
year-long crochet project. So that's exactly what I did. Every single month I picked a different flower-ish granny square pattern, and I used my scraps to make as many squares as I possibly could. Some months were a lot better than others, but the whole point to this was to do a 365-day project that didn't have any expectations on it. So it was really fine if I made one square, which I totally did one month, sorry October, or if I made 20 squares. Yay May, you're the best. I ended up with 92 squares, so I made a 9x10 blanket and cast a couple of squares aside that just didn't look right. You know, there's always one of the bunch. It's the first pancake issue. Then I single crocheted them all together in chronological order so I can kind of see what my favorite colors were throughout each part of the year. And though in my head I know that this project took a whole year, it felt like the sewing and the border process was longer than the rest of it combined. Probably because when I got to the last row of the border, I decided no, I hated it, and I frogged the entire thing and started over. But I found a really cute border that I liked. Look at this like wavy effect. It's so cool. As you can tell from all the different outfits, this did take a while, and I only had this much yarn left to do the last couple of feet, and yeah, I ran out. I should have seen that coming. So I had to order a whole nother skein to do the last 16 inches, which I definitely dealt with like a normal adult. And finally, after a whole year, I sat down and I finished my blanket. I am still in utter disbelief that I didn't abandon this project, but I am so happy with how it turned out.
I wish I could paint your love, these moments in vibrant. You are play, surge in the gunplay, surge in the melodia.
Cropped quase finalizado, só está faltando colocar o forro. Ele é no tamanho P da cliente e vai lá pra Bahia. As franjas, só está faltando também queimar as pontinhas para não desfiar e colocar o forro no bujo. E está lindo.